on to old beliefs, you're going to destroy the recovery, the potential that you could have. It only makes the recovery harder for you if you hang on to old thinking, old beliefs. This process of getting sober, getting clean, making change in your life, it can't happen when you try to carry everything with you. It can happen when you're trying to bring people, places, old beliefs and thinking and baggage with you. The ego is protecting you from the change that you need to have. And you need to get really uncomfortable for a long time and let that ego go. But if I start this process and go, yeah, but I think this, and I know that, and I bring all my old beliefs into my new sobriety, I just bring the static. I bring the noise. I make it harder for myself to get to clarity, to get to peace, because then I'm always justifying, negotiating, or thinking that my thinking's better, and that has to be smashed. I can't always battle what should be and what is right with what I think all the time. It's going to destroy all the good that could happen. It's not going to make the journey that is already hard, you're just going to make it harder and make it take longer if you hang on to that ego. If you hang on to all your old thinking, if you hang on to just what your thinking is, and you don't have a sounding board, you don't have a truth teller in your life, you don't have someone to call you on your stuff, and if you're not being accountable, which is usually the case for a long time, then you're just staying stuck, right? It's to choose to let go each time. Is there another point of view? Is there another perspective? Am I missing something here? I need to check. I need to check until I've made enough decisions and choices and judged situations and made so many mistakes that I actually start to develop discernment where I can actually start walking on my own. And then, very rarely do I really have to go to my sounding board. But for a long time in the beginning, it's just really necessary to check everything. Like check the thinking, check where my mind is at, my intention is at. Because not all the time, just because you have a good intention doesn't make the situation right, doesn't make your action right. Just because you are trying to be noble and saintly and you had a good reason and good purpose doesn't justify your action or your thinking for doing something. That doesn't make it right. How you operate and behave and what actually happens because of your thinking is what counts, is what shows. What is in reality. But I'm actually staying in my sickness when I'm justifying my actions because I was being a good person. Was my actions good? Was my actions aligned with my thinking? That's the consistency that you need to see. Like, yes, I was just trying to be a good person, but what did you do? Was what you did being a good person? Right? Like that has to align for that to be true. But like an addict or an alcoholic, I'm always going to find a way to justify that, and I got to let that go right at the beginning, let all my beliefs go and hear the other side of things for a long time from other people that know more than me. And then when I start thinking that way of doing the right thing, not thinking the right thing, but actually being able to turn this advice or suggestions or recommendations, when I can actually turn those recommendations into good action, I can start to trust that I'm actually making good in my life, not just thinking good. Because if I'm just thinking good, but my actions don't align, then I could be staying stuck and feeling safe, but not admitting the fact that what my actions are doing are not actually good. Because as a selfish alcoholic that is trying to that is like in survival mode, is like I've been in survival mode for so long that I'm not going to know how to get out of that. I am going to keep myself protected for as long as possible and hang on to stuff. And I think just letting go right away, like all those old beliefs, like right off the get-go, right off the bat, opens me up to other possibilities of healthier. And I need that healthier. And because I have to admit that I didn't have it together before, that all my life has brought me to this point and has come down. It's come down to a fall. It's all smashed now. And if I bring anything from my old life into my new life, that old thing I bring in is just going to destroy the new life that I'm building. So that's why it's like, it has to be a clean slate. It has to be, I'm not going to use my thinking for a while because my thinking's wrong. It has to be that I open up to what other people are saying and suggesting, because I need to understand that there's two sides of things, not just my side, and start really listening to what the other side is. And that takes a lot of humility to not just always do your own way, but to have space to open up that there could be other ways. There could be other people. There could be other feelings. There could be other situations that could be better than this situation, right? If I'm only ever seeing one side my way, I don't see the other half of it. And people, places, and things are involved in that other half. My better self is in that other half. So letting go of those old beliefs, because it's just going to destroy the new life that you're trying to build. So save yourself the time. Don't waste your time. I've seen so many people get into recovery and hang on to their ego and hang on to their own thinking, and they don't check with anyone. They just stay in the lie. The thing is that denial is, I don't even know I'm lying. Like, don't even know I'm lying to myself and others. Because I believe the lie so much, it's entrenched and ingrained in me. And the thing is that when I'm getting sober and getting addictions out of my life, I have to imagine, I might not believe it in the moment, but I have to imagine that I might be believing some BS, my own BS. And so I'm just going to learn what all the other ways are. I'm just going to learn that, those are all the right ways to do things. I'm just going to do those things for a while. And start putting that information into my mind, into my data bank. Because before getting into recovery, I've just been in a land where I have denied, lied, judged, manipulated, justified, and acted in self-seeking, selfish ways, right? And now I'm learning how to be selfless and how to be open to other ways, and letting go of a lot of things, like letting go of being right, letting go of that I need them to be this way or this a certain way, letting go of the outcomes. Like, there's a lot of letting go in recovery. And what's really helped me is like letting go of a lot of my old beliefs, and then just starting to learn and be open to something new often, and just staying committed to my recovery plan the whole way through. But really being open, that in every single situation, there's another side, and then picking the right side. Like, not correct. I just mean like morally right, morally good, right? Following the principles and choosing good in every situation, even though if I choose good, I'm going to lose out on this, or this isn't going to work out. It's letting go of that control of wanting something and going, I'm just going to do the next right thing. I'm going to do the next good thing that involves that person and me or that situation. I'm just going to do the next good, right thing. And then higher power will come in and do the rest. But it's when I get in there with my control, but if I do be good, I'm going to lose out on this. That's the kind of thinking I have to let go, because that's the kind of thinking that keeps me sick. It will work out, choosing those good things each time over the days, months, and years. It will eventually work out, and the good will attract good. healthy will attract healthy. But that negative old thinking and alone, isolated thinking will get me back to where I was. And that's not going to progress me forward into the future of the life that I do deserve, because I do deserve to be happy. I do deserve to be happy, joyous, and free and be a good person. But I have to foster that change. I have to work towards it. And it starts with my mind, and I have a thinking problem, I would never go back, after being 5 years sober, I would never go back to the early way that I thought. But I only know that now because I've worked so far away from those first few days, months, and years of sobriety, right? But I thought I was right about a lot of stuff in the beginning. But looking back, I'm like, I didn't know anything. I would never trust myself back in those early times. So it's good for me to become a student, an open-minded student, and, following my heart and gut and other people's good, healthy suggestions that feel good in my heart to me, and being good. It's going to turn out. That's going to turn out if I do that. But hanging on to old things to keep my ego safe is not going to help me. It's going to destroy things, and it's going to make my ego grow. I need to smash the ego. I need to smash the ego to have the great, joyous life that I deserve. So it's a process, but let go of that stuff. Any old beliefs and old truths, just let it go. I'm going to listen to what is good, true, right, and healthy, and just keep choosing those in every single decision. So that's a huge part of recovery. So hang in there, guys. Okay. Love you. Bye.